Hey everybody, welcome to another Pokemon Crystal Full Item Randomizer race. Today we got Snorms versus Pokemon Fan. I'm Garfield the Lightning, and I'm joined by Snowbear.
Hello everyone. So yeah, this is the final race of their group. Storms and Storms is 1 and 0. Pokemon Fan is 0 and 1. If Storms wins this, he goes through the group 2 and 0. If Pokemon Fan wins this, we have a 3-person tiebreaker situation actually.
Yep. Snorms is definitely one of these names in the tournament where you see his name and you're a bit scared to go up against him. Really, well, if he gets a good start, he's difficult to stop. But
Absolutely.
So yeah, him and Mountebank probably like the two names that strike fear into their opponents' hearts the most in this tournament, I would say.
Well, I think that and Urgote. Urgote is also one of those people, maybe a little bit less known, but for those who know him, he's just as fearsome. Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had no idea. So there we go. That's another scary name.
Oh yeah. To be honest, I consider it a win if I can finish within 5 minutes of Snorms.
Yeah, not surprising. But you know, this is FIR. Who knows what's going to happen, really?
I take my precious wins against him as little keepsakes. Alright, so we do have them both going with Sunday day. So it shouldn't be any big issues going on. We did see the rare rifle 7 yesterday though, so that shouldn't be anything something to worry about. The choosing Clefable, the most workable starter they have, won't die to really anything in the early game. Oh, we even have an Ultra Ball. Oh, I meant to.
Even if you're not planning on using any of these and you just want to catch something early, it is nice to not have something that's going to die to one ice move, so definitely the best choice.
They do have that Ultra Ball, so they do have the rare chance of actually catching a Pokemon on Route 29 in the first pass through. I always appreciate that. Also, for those who are just a little bit new, Pokemon Fan has his name as No Track because he is much steadfast refusing to use the tracker. Better for worse.
Is it just like the map he doesn't use, or does he not use the item tracker either?
He doesn't use either.
Dang. I don't think I could.
He does it by memory.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that, but I could do it without the map tracker maybe, but without the item tracker it's a little tricky.
I use it there as a reminder.
Certainly glad we have it for commentary, otherwise I would lose track of what was going on. So
Pokemon Fan kind of sped through with very minimal catches. Storms has gone a lot more, but he did catch that Gengar. It's not surprising for both of our runners, Clefables, to be female, as it is a 75% chance of being female. This is the real big pain of Route 29, and why I've always been a big advocate of starting with a Repel.
Yeah, if this Gengar ends up being pretty good, and he's able to get an early level, maybe Storms will repel over this next area, just because he did lose a fair bit of time to getting a lot of encounters there.
Can't be an item randomizer without Kingdra, you know, we gotta have it. Although he runs away from it! What? I'm surprised! Kingdra is one of the most runnable Pokemon you ever get. I mean, I know there's a lot of people it's boring, but I love running it.
Yeah, some people are just not a big fan of the balanced stats and I guess you don't have anything super powerful in your moveset until you get the HMs for the water HMs, but you can get them pretty early, depending on how the items are randomized.
I mean, I think 95 attack special attack is pretty good. I mean, I think usually the bar for being very good is at least 100 in a stat, or in an attack stat. But yeah, it is kind of funny though that Snorms does have the Clefable and Gengar. You know, I think what was it? The lore of it. The joke has always sort of been that Gengar's is Clefable's shadow or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's pretty appropriate. Pokemon Fan does catch the Golduck, which is one level higher than the Kingdra, but I guess, you know, not traditionally seen as good as Kingdra. Has a few more, has one more weakness and doesn't have quite as good stats. But
but it's still a good special attacker. It's sort of slept on, honestly. Although it's more of a crime, I feel like it's more of a crime to run away from Kingdra. It hurts so bad.
Looks like Pokemon Fan might just not be considering a main switch this early, and he maybe just caught the Golduck to give HMs. Perhaps he's hoping to be able to sequence break early to get a higher level main. But I have seen people use early Pokemon to the end if they're good enough.
Oh, so there is a Master, I forget. Okay, so there is a little bit of difference between day and night. Daytime. So there are actually some level differences between day and nighttime encounters, and so for example, Pokemon Fan's doing the night, and so in the early routes, a lot of this, for example, there's not a level 6 encounter in the night on Route 36. And some of the levels are shuffled a little bit. So if you're looking for early main switch, you want daytime. However, nighttime has the bigger effect in the later game, where, for example, we got on Victory Road, during the daytime it's level 35, at night it's up to level 40. Mount Silver, there's a level 51, at night there's up to a level 53. Nighttime also lets you get a TM in Celadon, the Curse TM. So that does do that. But yeah, it is.
Yeah, it won't always have Curse, but it will always be.
It's a TM03,
which teaches Curse in the vanilla game.
Yeah, so that item is not randomized, but but it is a free TM that has paid off for me in the past, which is why I've been always a huge advocate for it. We see Snorms trying to catch Crobat, which is kind of funny because he seems to always detest running Crobats, but he runs them anyways.
See an early King's Rock, that's a really nice item to find. Love those free flinches you get. Definitely a really great item to get. Before you, well, even it can even just take us to the end of the game if you don't like the time lost from leftovers.
King's Rock works a little bit weird in Gen 2, or at least in Crystal, and where it doesn't actually increase your flinch chances on moves that already flinch. It only has effect on moves that don't flinch already.
Well, Pokemon Fan actually sells the King's Rock, so we won't be seeing that equipped to anything. I think it would have been good to slap that on your main, but Pokemon Fan feels like the item space and the money is a bit more important.
So you see Snorms taking advantage of the Repel and keeping the level 6 Pokemon. Unfortunately, the level 6 slot is Dunsparce. Actually, I think there's 2 level 6 spots here in the daytime, and it's a Dunsparce and something else. Pokemon Fan does have that dig on the Golduck, as pointed out, which will save him on escape ropes. Except for this one room. This one room actually does require an escape rope. It's the only time where escape rope does not function the same way as a dig TM.
Oh, Victory Bell is very solid. Great attacking stats. Actually, I looked up the speed yesterday, and it was actually higher than I thought. It's like 70, which is... I kind of thought it was like in the 50s, but no, it's actually not too bad in terms of speed either.
No, it's much better. So it's not Bear tier where it's 55, but it is... So the big problem and downside from Victory Bell, besides the fact it learns only one move, most evolutions only learn one move, except for the evolutions. But the problem is that its defenses are very, very weak. So it's slow enough that it gets hit, and doesn't really take the hits very well. But it is a very good attacker on both special and physical attacking side.
Yeah, it's great when you get Pokemon like that because you can just teach it. You have you have more options to what TMs and stuff you can teach it.
Oh, it even came with an item too. Moveset leaves a lot more to desired.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
well, we
so
do have
Stomp Crab
Hammer. Those are all right. We can work with
I
that.
think that could work with Stomp Crab Hammer. Yeah, I definitely respect it. Clefable's workable and Pokemon fans using it. It's just Victory Bell, I think, is a little bit more workable on the offensive side, which is what they're looking for in this case. We have the Mystery Egg super early right now. Kind of surprised. So that actually presents a question, Garth. Would you go back to check that single item? Or do you wait until you get the squirt bottle, or to couple it in with Rock Smash checks?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if it did end up being required, and like that was your only way as a goldenrod, you skipped it, that would be absolutely terrible. But I think it's unlikely enough that I'd rather take that risk and not just want to go back for that single item.
Personally, I've learned sort of the hard way about what happens about not going back for early rising badge or mystery egg close enough. It's just because it doesn't usually come into play. But if you go all the way to goldenrod and you don't have a way through of progression way, it hurts so bad to go all the way back just for that item.
Yeah, but you know, taking risks like that is fun, right?
I mean, it's part of the item rando.
I mean, I guess if you were, you know, if you were able to just set up a Death Warp to Violet, that would be ideal. But that seems pretty difficult to pull off.
It can be difficult to pull off. Although it's a lot easier if we have something like Smoke Ball. There is a Smoke Ball in the pool. If you have a Smoke Ball, you can set up the Death Warps pretty easy because that allows you to run regardless of your level or your speed.
You know, what would be great is if like you had an early Pokemon with Teleport, then you could definitely pull it off.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's so many things you could do. Yeah, as it just mentions, the save warping is also one of those things we can do as well. I mean, so you just have to be definitely ready to take that gamble. Yeah. So I don't know what happened on Pokemon's fan side, but clearly the Elder has been pretty brutal. Oh, Scissor with Slash. Okay, that makes all the more sense. Yeah, but this Clefable is doing a lot of. Do you know what attacking stats are? I know it's a little bit more specially inclined, but I don't remember.
I think it's like 70 attack, 95 special, or something like that.
Okay.
So like it can make physical attacks work.
Yeah, I just don't remember its stats. I generally, Clefable is one of those Pokemon you generally kind of shrug off. just generally shrug off as not really workable.
I mean, it's kind of like a slightly worse Porygon 2, really. I would see it as.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Porygon 2 is one of my favorites to run. Yeah, the little difference between bingos and item renders, I'm sure you've started to notice, is that what works with bingos is a lot of the attackers, and it doesn't really matter as much about the speed, but with item randos, you have to have either speed and attack, or defenses, or bulk, just to be able to make it, because you are going to be underleveled a lot of the time compared to your opponents. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty workable stats from Clefable. Thank you, Prism. Oh no, the Icy Wind speed reductions are really doing a number to Snorms, because he suddenly was outsped by that Flareon after the first Icy Wind.
Oh, the super effective moves keep coming against the Victory Bell.
Oh yeah, it seems like the AI always has a move for you. Like, no matter what Pokemon you run.
I mean, to be fair, Grass Poison is not a great defensive type either. So not surprising he's being hit by a few super effective moves.
Yeah, the few times I run Heracross, I see Aeroblast everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, It's especially visible when you have those 4x weaknesses, and that's the thing. Yeah, so we have a pretty standard opening. We don't really have any early squirt bottles or any. So we're gonna be going the normal standard route here.
Yeah, unless somebody does go back to check that mystery egg, like you said they might.
I can see, I think Snorms potentially doing that more, but I don't know. I think in this case, it's one of those weird things, and the fact that you have the egg in violet makes it a little bit more like, okay, I could potentially just save reset for that one check. But I think if you got it any later, there'd be no chance that they would go back and check it. Or a very slim chance, rather.
PokemonFan is saving, so it looks like he will be making that play.
Oh yeah. And I think this is an okay play, because at this point in time, it's not going to cost you very much here. Whereas the opportunity cost, if you were to go any further than Violet, would be pretty prohibitive.
Alright, you have to fight your rival too. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, this is why also you have. That's also sort of one of the reasons why wait for the squirt ball. Not only is it a kind of simpler thing, but to be able to couple it in with the rock smash checks. But yeah, you do have to fight your rival, either on the way to or on the way back. And you get to also the lovely attaching tutorial as well.
Oh no. We're gonna see
look what you
Garth
can
Strats
just say.
now. There's literally no reason for Garth Strats in this tournament. That's the one saving grace of FIR.
That's okay. We'll find a way of using Encore before the tournament is ended. Right?
That's fine. I like that. I'm not.
Oh, I thought you hated that Garth Strat.
No. Encore's great. No, I put that into the Pokemon Moon route. I'm wearing that with pride.
Ooh, that's 5 candies. Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Okay,
yeah, not worth getting right now, but definitely something to keep in mind.
Oh yeah, I think both of our runners will be very pleased with that. So we have Snorms now, who actually opted not to do that, and I think that's fine. I think that was definitely worth, as you said, not keeping. But 5 candies later on is 5 candies. That's like the ideal mystery egg turn-in. That's what we always dream for.
Yeah, hard to imagine what could be better than that, really.
Yeah. If you're wondering why it's 5, because that's normally the aid normally gives you ooh, that squirt bottle. Normally gives you 5 Pokeballs, but in this case, he gives you 5 of any item. With key item, he will still give you 5 of a key item, but only displays as 1. There's no actually item track count displayed for key items, but he does give you 5. If it's of a badge, it is 5 of the same badge, which makes no difference because it's still the same badge.
Right, so this means you can end up with 6 bicycles because you start with 1 and you get another one for free.
Yeah. I mean, but it only displayed 2 menu items, though.
Oh, it does? Okay. Disappointing.
No. Yeah, I know. But yeah,
I want to see a screen filled with bicycles.
Well, that could happen if it was a repeatable check, actually. So you would have to wait until something like, if you're doing a maximum item random, you could do like in a contest or something. I think that's the only repeatable check we have left. The only other option was Claire before we patched things out. Well, we fixed the we patched Claire so she wouldn't give the item early anymore, as that was a glitch. It was not a glitch, but it was sort of a unintended glitch. We also did patch the Rainbow Wing guy as well, so he won't give it to you after just defeating the shiny and talking to Lance. They were sort of old artifacts from the speed choice stuff when we were doing with it when early Tin Tower, for example, or Easy Claire was implemented initially for bingos. So it looks like we have a little bit of a differentiation route right now, where Snorms is continuing with the normal progression, whereas Pokemon Fan has opted to skip most of Azalea and go all the way towards Goldenrod.
Yeah, it'd be kind of scary to skip Azalea, because it is kind of out of the way if you do end up having to come back here. But on the other hand, Pokemon Fan does have that squirt bottle, so if he does want to main switch, he can do that pretty soon, and maybe he can get some good items out here without seeing Azalea. I feel like a lot of the times I've just seen Azalea be completely useless in these tournament races. I mean, you don't want to be in the race where you skip it and it does end up being required. But I do love seeing the divergences like this.
Yeah, and I think this is more especially enabled because we start with the bike. And this is one of the nice beauties with the start with the bike, because it does open up some more of the strategic options prior to how we had before, where bike was restricted to some of the early game, and so you didn't want to skip any chick that could potentially be a bike spot, because biking is just so much better than walking. Yeah, but here we have Pokemon Fan going into the store, buying his stuff. So I think the only good TM is that TM33 that could be either Dizzy Punch or Psybeam, I believe.
Yeah, I think it could be Confusion too.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it could be Confusion as well. Not really the TM he's looking for.
Yeah, not a great TM. I guess it could be good if you don't get Strength for a while and it ends up being Dizzy Punch. But he already sold Stomp, which I think might be, like, even though it's not as strong, I think I'd probably prefer it in general because it has that flinch chance.
Oh yes, flinch chance is pretty good. I personally, if I were to buy that TM, I'd actually be hoping usually for Psybeam. I prefer running special attackers. Yeah, there's nothing that reduces your special attack, nothing like Charm or Growl that makes it just absolutely terrible to work with. And there's really only one move that increases special defense. Well, two. There's Light Screen and Amnesia. Oh, we have Surf on the bike shop.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, so that's pretty big. Unfortunately, that does mean we are going to be getting that phone call from the bike shop person. As you saw, Pokemon Fan did say reset, because if you can reset away, you won't ever get that call.
Yeah, we will be able to use it outside of battle yet. We'll need the Fock badge for that. But it's, you know, if you're running any special Pokemon, you're just basically waiting until you get Surf, because it is a phenomenal move, 95 power, 100% accurate, and yeah, just one of those moves that you love to get early, and you hate to get late.
Yeah, Surf really opens up the world. It opens up. I think about half of the items about half of the items, maybe a little bit more, require Surf, or at least a good chunk of the items. So Surf access is usually what determines whether a seed is kind of quick or not. If you get early Surf access, that unlocks a lot more options, whereas if you don't have Surf access, it really blocks off what you can do. But it does lead to, when Surf does come around, to being, you know, a lot more to do.
Wow, Clefable really has nothing to hit the Slowbro with its current moveset.
Yeah, that... Oof. Yeah, it doesn't really have water coverage, especially not water psychic coverage.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah, it might be nice to either teach Stomp or buy the Headbutt TM for Clefable, but he's probably hoping to switch off it soon anyway.
Yeah, I think so. With regard to Surf, though, as you mentioned, it's actually so powerful that I will teach it to non-special attackers, just for that rock ground coverage, or at least the rock coverage, where a lot of the Pokemon that have that huge defensive bulk in the rocket and are severely lacking in special defenses.
Yeah, I think that just depends on how many good physical moves you have to teach for the coverage. Like if you happen to have a normal move, a ground move, a flying move, and a fighting move, I'd probably or a ghost move, I guess, would be better. Then I wouldn't teach Surf in that case. But if I didn't have all of that, then Surf would definitely be on the table.
Generally, I would even just keep Surf around because of specifically for Golem and Rhydon. Those are the two. Well, Golem, Rhydon, and Steelix, because of their lopsided defensive stats.
Yeah, I guess for me, I'd rather have the physical move that I would use in more situations, even if it is a little bit worse for Golem and Rhydon. But I can definitely see both sides.
Yeah, sorry, I just missed some. I missed that. Was there anything on Route 35 or in the underground basement or the underground shops?
In the underground basement we got HMO7.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
That was in the underground, not the basement, but yeah, in the Goldenrod underground.
Yeah, underground. Sorry. And it seems like, I guess, nothing in National Park.
That doesn't look like it.
Yeah, does do the contest quit stats. I guess I'm so scared of, because I've been affected by the contest bug where the name's too long. It usually doesn't cause that much of an issue, but it can cause you to crash. So I generally just have been relying on the save quit thing, save resetting.
Okay,
one item.
I didn't realize you could. I didn't realize it could crash off of that. I've seen
it's very rare.
I've seen it come up with a bunch of symbols, but I've never seen an actual crash. That's that you put it. You've made me scared now. Now that you've said that, it's going to happen to me the next time I play. What have you done, Snowbear? I'm going to blame you for this.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's very rare. It doesn't. I think it's only happened to me like once or twice, but it's just when you play enough of these, I'm so good first. But it's also so it does get your movement does save that time. However, the cutscene stuff is actually generally pretty long and fills an item slot with a berry, which if you don't have a full bag, it's kind of annoying to get rid of that extra slot. Yeah. Crobat learning Aeroblast was actually pretty brutal for Snorms, although he is selling those revives. I'm a little surprised about that. I guess he'll just pick them up eventually. Does need the money though. Picking up a lot of X items and doing his X item shopping now. I appreciate that.
So the Sudowoodo was a far-fetched Pokemon fan. Not a good Pokemon on this gen. In Gen 7 it does get like 30 more base attack, but yeah, in this gen not really runnable, even if it is a few levels higher than Clefable.
Oh, cool. And there was the Rising Badge I just missed too. Gosh,
Yeah, that was on the Rock Smash guy.
Wow, that's pretty good. So that actually would be more of an incentive to go back for that. We do have that Smoke Ball though, coming from the Kenya turn-in. So if you are going to Death Warp, that would actually generally be more feasible. We do see Espeon here.
Now,
that is very runnable.
Even if it is at the same level, like, yeah, that could definitely work. We do have Surf, so already.
Oh yeah.
You could definitely force this.
Yeah, Storm's gonna be doing the save reset, gonna find out that sorry, you do have to take that phone call.
Hopefully Pokemon Fan remembers about the TM in the department store that like suggested it could be maybe Psybeam. That has Ice Beam already.
Oh yeah, that's water ice coverage. That's pretty good, except for the fact.
Right, yeah.
Except for water coverage.
Yes, you do need something to hit waters with. Ideally, an electric move would be great, but we'll see what we get.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. And of course, Espeon has a lot of physical moves as well, but it looks like Pokemon Fan is just gonna avidly avoid most fights, and it looks like he's heading all the way to Olivine right now. Did we miss the Did we miss like a SS ticket or something like that?
No, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have anything like that. I think he's just heading on over there and checking some items. It's a little bit dangerous a little bit scary to climb the lighthouse at this point, but we did.
I think maybe he's going for. Sorry.
Oh, it's learning Rock Smash. Now he doesn't have to go back and buy the the TM.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it looks like maybe he's getting super repels. I mean, that's generally a good. A lot of people do go there to buy super repels. I think based on Chansey being owned, I think our Kenya was actually a Chansey.
Okay.
It could be either Chansey or it could be the mystery egg that's still in his party.
Well, that's quite nice. He's like giving you a good luck Pokemon to give to the other guy. That's a nice sentiment. I like that.
Unfortunately, we have banned Lucky Egg, so you're not gonna get one of those from Chansey's.
Yeah, you get lucky, but not that lucky.
Yeah, well, Lucky Egg is just so bonkers. We do have Snorms equipping that King's Rock that you mentioned earlier.
He's going to take on this guy in anticipation of going down into the basement later. You do often have to do that, and this experience can be nice early on.
It's more relevant early on, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you are going to be one-shotting things anyway, so... Alright, so... Pokemon Fan in Olivine. Nothing outright available. Probably will go do some shopping, because he didn't do very much shopping in Goldenrod. Oh, he's gonna get his Hyper Potions and Super Repels first. 40 Super Repels, that should be enough for the rest of the game. And there's the Waterfall HM. It is pretty convenient that his Espeon did learn Rock Smash there, as he said. As it locks 4 items in this mode.
So he's going to attempt the lighthouse. This is a little bit scary, because our moveset is walled on some things, and yeah, we're pretty low
under
level
leveled for that. Yeah, because the levels here are mid-20s.
But if we can get past the first guy, we're probably okay. It'll just depend on how tricky this first Pokemon is. Okay, well, that's alright.
Oh, are you sleeping on Paris? I thought those were vicious beings.
Okay, yeah, I mean, not for this Espeon will be fine. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you're right, that he should be fine. As long as there's no water types, maybe no more slow bros or slow kings. Oh my gosh, so this Sneasel is double teaming. Unfortunately, it doesn't help it from being one shot eventually. Oh, there's a soul badge in here. Oh.
Oh, required Whitney, okay.
And the Silver Wing. Ooh. So, we already have 2 of the other required items for the Lugia. So, we could be getting an early level 60 switch. depending on the location of the fog and glacier badge.
Yeah, I think it's a little early to say that, but it's I mean, it's not too early to hope for it, though, I suppose.
I mean, we do have 3 of the 5 Exodia parts, as we like to say. I'm not going to say I would hope for it, honestly. A lot of times when you get the early 60, it kind of leads to a very straightforward scene. But for the sake of tournament and hoping for, you know, always to have really quick seeds, I wouldn't be down and opposed for it.
Okay, well, if they do get level 60 early, I hope it's something that's not that great, so they can still struggle a little bit. I want to see like level 60 Farfetch'd make it all the way.
Oh, my favorite is my favorite time that I did that was a level 60 Wooper, and I think so. I was lucky enough that I kept the Earthquake TM that I had, so I was able to go with Surf Earthquake, and I learned how badly required it was for me to do Earthquake. I didn't realize it was physical attacker much more than special attacker, but
yeah,
that's not really saying much when there's both of its attack stats are just bad.
Yeah, Quagsire has good HP, and that's about it, really. It's got decent attack and defense, but HP is the big one.
So I am a little bit curious that he's choosing to fight this trainer, considering he is underleveled. Because he could have opted for, with a little bit extra movement, for the trainer with 1 less Pokemon.
Well, if this does work out, it'll get him more experience.
Doing Jump Kick, though, rather than Surf. Unfortunately, this may have been just a misclick there. Did get hit by the Dynamic Punch, but luckily he was able to just shrug it off. Yeah, it looks like it's been no problem though going through the lighthouse for Pokemon Fan.
Yeah, he hasn't run into anything that's walled his moveset yet.
And nothing with super strong physical attacks, so not a problem there. Yep. We have the Rising Badge right there, ooh, as you mentioned. So this is, I'm being very tempted at Storm. I'd be tempted really at Snorms here to break logic and just once you get Rock Smash, just to go through and get those checks. I know Snorms tends to avoid some of the logic breaking. As you saw him skip the early Dark Cave item that a lot of runners get.
Pokemon Fan got the card key in the lighthouse. That
was that last pickup item.
Yeah, the very last one. So I don't know if you'll be happy about that. Really, it's like am I really going to have to do this? But he doesn't have the badges to open that section up yet, anyway.
And Storms is not even saying he is just committed to these 2 checks. And so we'll see what the Rising Badge check is. Meanwhile, Pokemon Fan going to the Kimono Girls, very much necessary experience. Although they have been generally required with these tournament seeds, which is really strange. Usually it's just a scam check.
I think you just hate Ecritique, though. I mean,
I don't hate Ecritique, I just hate Morty. I'm okay with the Kimono Girls.
Okay, alright, whatever you say.
Oh, he did save after TM50, okay. Thanks. I mean, well, Kimono Girls are good experience, it's 5 fights, it's not, with 1 Pokemon each, it's not that bad. Okay, so we have the Dig TM and Rare Candies.
And something like this Vaporeon is, here we go, this is the kind of thing that we can't really do much to, and now it has, of course it has a recovery move, because as soon as you come across something you can't do much damage to, whips out that recovery move, and you're like, well, now what?
Oh my gosh,
Yeesh, yeah, I don't really know. You could maybe lower its defense a bit with Rock Smash and then Jump Kick it.
I would just go for Ice Beam Freeze. Honestly.
Okay, we might be alright, depending on whether it decides to pull out the... No, there we go, there's the softball again.
No, it's in cases like this that I just Ice Beam Freeze and just...
Just freeze with Ice Beam, Forehead.
I mean, it worked for me last race. Ice Punch freeze Skarmory that was synthesizing using synthesis.
I don't know, I think
Chance.
because Rock Smash is 50% to drop your opponent's defense, I think that could work with Jump Kick, but he's able to get through just by using Jump Kick.
Oh, that's a Storm badge for the Kenyan check return. Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty big, yeah. We don't have a Fly yet, but we're halfway there now.
Yeah, and he's gonna go buy Rock Smash right now. We might see Storms actually going back for those checks that he already did. Telling Ultra Balls to buy Rock Smash and did buy the Sweet Scent TM. No, Headbutt TM actually, I think.
Yeah, he bought the Headbutt TM, yeah. Just in case he runs into something that he wants to switch to that's good physically.
And the Kimono Girl is also... I don't even know if that was a vanilla Kimono Girl with the Vaporeon, now that I think about it. I don't know their order.
Now we have a Poliwrath too, that's another Pokemon that can do absolutely nothing too.
Yeah, it has Hyper Beam though, which is more troubling. Yeah. Gosh, every time I see the focus band in my inventory, I start having PTSD from that one time. That one time, fought it was one of the electrodes, and it was a Tauros, and it just was randomized to have a focus band on it, and it used it 3 times in a row.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
I mean, I was just surprised that it even procced that many times. Normally I've seen it maybe proc once, but 3 times? Oof. But yeah, Snorms is much more of an advocate of clearing out all the checks you can do as soon as possible. So you will see him doing, Kimono Girls into the Burn Tower, into Morty. Whereas Pokemon Fan seems to be a lot more fond of skipping around the checks. And that's a Fire Blast TM. Oh, that doesn't solve Pokemon Fan's water Pokemon issue, but it is a generally good TM to have.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if we... definitely the priority is to get something that will help more against water types, though. I don't know, it might be worth holding on to that in case you do run into something higher level that you end up wanting to switch to. This Espeon is good, though, so I don't know.
I think it's just holding on. It's maybe used for red, but then again, a lot of times if you have, ice coverage, the ice covers most of the things that fire does, with the exception of steel. I mean, bug types are just suddenly weak enough that even if you're not super effective against them, they just tend to die.
Yeah. I mean, unless we come across, like, Megahorn Scizor or something, it probably won't need Fire Blast.
Yeah. Yeah, Snorm's having much less issue with that Poliwrath. That also has Haze, in case you want to set up on that. That might be an issue later on if that's a Red's lead. Pokemon Fan just doing the quick checks in Mortar and Route 43. Finds nothing. Stays resetting. Yeah, our runners are both of our runners are fairly experienced, so they're very comfortable with doing these quick checks with whatever they have at that moment.
Alright, now that Pokemon Fan has Rock Smash, we'll see if he goes... Yep, he's going that way towards Dark Cave. We'll probably do these out of logic Rock Smash checks, and maybe also check the Rising Badge item.
Honestly, I'm a little bit more surprised he didn't at least dip in briefly to Burn Tower to do that one other Rock Smash check, the one that's actually in logic, before that Storms is due. Because it is on your Espeon main, and if you plan to run it long term, I'd like to get rid of Rock Smash as soon as possible. Oh, there's the Fog Badge there! Oh, no. That's pretty key. Although, we do have Pokemon Fan saving at the Violet Center.
Yeah, that opens up heck of a lot of things now. Kind of unfortunate that Pokemon Fan didn't check that first, because he could have checked a lot more things in Mount Mortar if he had that. But well, we'll see what he finds in here. Maybe he'll. Well, even if he finds Fly, he won't be able to use it because we know a Storm Badge was on the guard.
Yeah.
And Goldenrod.
It does fully open up. Oh, looks like our Rock Smash Pokemon was. One of them was Bayleaf. There are 2 encounters you can get. It's a 90% 10% counter rate, or 9% 9%/10% slots. But yeah, no, with the Fog Badge, Rising Badge, Surf, and Waterfall, Snorms is able to full clear Mount Mortar in one go.
Yeah, we won't be able to repel everything in the waterfall section at the moment. But maybe I'll switch to a roamer. Speaking of which, probably should switch over just so we can hear these roamers that are coming up.
That sounds like that's a capital idea. Looks like nothing doing in the Dark Cave. Another idea. So yeah, the waterfall walk stuff is at most level 32. Could even do the Blackthorn side since it's daytime for level 30, but I don't see him going all the way there just for a level 30 when he's almost there.
Alright, I'm pretty sure I know what those are, but we'll see if I want to see what guesses we get in chat.
Yeah, I'll leave it to you. They're sort of recognizable, but I can't put my finger on them. There's a couple of them that I confuse with one another.
So I'm just gonna check some though.
I think he wants that first roamer. Although, actually, now that you know what those roamers are, it'd probably be okay to tell them.
Yeah, the roamers sounded like Primeape and Octillery to me. So both pretty solid. Primeape is the faster one. So
yeah,
but
I think he's going here for that Octillery. Actually, maybe did check that one. And I think the Suicune was either. I think that's a Venomoth Suicune.
Oh, maybe. I thought it was Jolteon, but it could be Venomoth.
Oh, I always get honestly confused between Venomoth versus the evolutions. They have very similar cries. But if that's a Jolteon, that'd be definitely something you would want to do. But yeah, he's not doing Morty quite yet, actually. He's going for the Mount Mortar items. I think we may be seeing that main switch time, because he gave it only a quick check for the roamer. And I think Pokemon Fan did get his Storm Badge pickup there. I'm just gonna.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I assume that. Yeah, that would make sense.
I will have to double check looking at their streams. Oh, actually, Pokemon Fan's the one that doesn't have tracker on, so.
Yeah.
Oops. That's right, no tracker. What was I thinking? Well, I'm assuming he did.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if he goes back into the department store to get what could be a Psybeam TM. See if he remembers about that.
I'm not sure if I would really go out and buy it at this point, but
well, I mean, if you're gonna main this, I think it would be worth it.
That's fair. Yeah, so he does get his Soul Badge and his Silver Wing. Okay, so far Mortar's been pretty empty so far, and we're halfway through the checks, so we'll see what there's more to do. Unfortunately, it does hit that one optional there. I know it's like I go in there and I go to repel them, and sometimes that the games or the controller eats my input, my left input. Alright, so we do have the highest level encounter right there. So it's a Ninetales. I don't see Storm switching to that.
Yeah, Ninetales is pretty bad, really. It's got really good special defense and speed, but it's pretty weak.
Yeah, only 81 special attack, so it's a bare minimum workable, but in this case it's 6 levels up. It's not really worth it. We'll see what other potential good mains there are here.
And this is the unfortunate part about skipping Azalea. Like, Pokemon Fan at this point thinks that, you know, there might have been something important here, and even though there is nothing there, we know, he feels like, oh, I can't really ignore this place with all the checks. So it's ended up just, unfortunately, wasting a bit of his time in terms of movement.
And another part is it's really unfortunate for Snorms because he is underleveled. He is gonna have to do this. Sometimes people will put off doing the mortar checks to do the mahogany rocket section instead to have enough levels to repel it through. I'm not sure if Storms is really super happy with his victory ball. He'll make it work, but I'm sure he's open for main switching.
Yeah, if he hadn't been open to main switching, I would imagine he would have caught the Ninetales and used that to repel his way through most of these encounters. But it doesn't look like anything else he's running into is that good anyway.
Oh, we have the basement key here. Ooh, that's pretty interesting here.
Yep, card key. Well, he doesn't have the card key yet, but we know the card key is accessible, so we will be able to take out the radio tower as soon as we get one more badge.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, he's got enough, doesn't he? He has his 7 badges now, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he got the fog badge.
Yeah, I think he must have gotten the phone call right outside of Burn Tower, I think? I missed that. Magnemite is maybe the most workable of them.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna have a look.
Yeah, it's just... There's just not been good Pokemon there, and Mudslap is not... It's not what you're looking for. Mudslap Magnemite. This is not what I would call a premium main at that point, but maybe just to repel through, he's do that. Oh, we have strength here. Oh. So, strength is locked behind this waterfall check. That's pretty big. Let's see, what is the Magnemite? I wonder what the Magnemite has, but... I mean, it'll have Surf if he really wants to commit to it.
Yeah.
Ninetales just doesn't want to let him go. Okay. Unfortunately, because the Magnemite fainted, Snorms is gonna have a little bit of harder time running away from all these encounters because his Gengar's up front.
I think in this game it does take from your lead even if it's fainted.
Is not with the repels.
I thought it did because I thought previously I'd seen like somebody have a. I thought I'd seen something that convinced me of that earlier on in the tournament, but maybe I'm wrong.
As far as I know, I don't think Base Crystal works with that. I don't know about the audio desync.
Yeah, there's no audio desync that I can hear. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty big. You know, and it's just rather unfortunate. Although Snorms is running real low on repels, this is also one of the reason why sometimes people will go to Olivine first, because a lot of times you start running low on repels shopping by the time something like this opens up. But he is almost done with Mount Mortar, and so he'll have some pretty good checks there. Alright, so mom order done. A pretty decent haul. We did get strength and basement key there. Does make room for that max repel, knowing he's running low on repels. Unfortunately, the shop here in Mahogany doesn't sell repels until you've done the radio towers rockets, at which point it starts selling super repels, but unfortunately it's just not relevant at the moment.
He can go all the way to Blackthorn, but I don't think he has enough repels to make it through Ice Path.
No, he just has one max repel at this point.
Yeah.
Pincer, okay. Shiny Pincer, that could work. Shiny animation makes it much less viable, but ooh.
Okay,
so
this
Magma has Fire Punch,
so that's okay. As it seems like it might have a similar problem to the Espeon though, and it not being able to hit water types very hard.
Does get that max revive though, that's also appreciative to have. Yeah, I found out yesterday in my race. Sometimes just having a couple of max revives is just necessary. Yeah. Maybe it might not have gone to his bag though. I don't know if his bag was full at that point. Yeah, I think at this point, yeah, I mean he's committed to it enough. I mean it's got a good enough moveset. No rare candies though to evolve it though.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna. I don't think he doesn't have to evolve it immediately here. I think he'll be fine there. It's just I'm just more concerned about the lack of coverage against water types right now.
Yeah, water coverage is actually one of the more critical things. I actually don't know when Magnemite evolves. I just assumed it's around 30.
Yes, it's 30.
Okay. I do wonder if both runners are, if at least they're kind of holding out hope to eventually switch to level 60. Or maybe even to that Jolteon that was the Suicune that you mentioned.
I don't know, we're a long way away from being able to do anything like that.
Well, we're closer to the 60 than anything else, but yeah, we're a little bit closer to that.
Yeah, I guess we only need the Glacier Badge for that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think both of our runners are very comfortable with doing things in the dark, and that'd just be icing the cake to even use the 60. As long as it's not something like an Iggly buff, I mean, I would even just flat out probably just commit to it, because we still are below the hour mark with lots of fights to go. And as you mentioned, the higher, or as you sort of talked about, you can make pretty much bad Pokemon work just because you're so high level.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. I hope it's not like anything that's just completely out of the question, like Shuckle or something. But if it's something that's kind of pretty questionable and they end up running it, I'd love to see that.
I mean, I think one of my favorites, and I think a lot of it, is the Chinchou Lantern stuff. Just it's just good, and it's not great, but it's good enough to work.
Yeah. Jinx, I don't know. Jinx is a bit overplayed, I feel like I want some new spice, I feel like Jinx has been, Jinx. I've had the Jinx spice so much, my tongue's become numb to it,
I mean, but Jinx is also pretty workable as is. It's one of the higher end stats. It's got very good special attack, and it's decent enough to work. So I think I'm with you there. I like the ones that have barely good enough stats. The ones where you realize just how much you wish they could just one-shot things. Like something like Politoed is just you think it's good, but it's just lacking. You realize that you just can't one-shot things that normally are one-shot like 10 to 15 levels below you. those are the mains I think Garf is looking for.
Dude, Ariados, that's a solid suggestion from Tom.
Oh
I'd
yeah,
love
absolutely.
to see that.
Yeah. Meme spiders, meme spider.
There's the Fog badge for Pokemon Fan.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be 7 badges for him. I guess we'll see.
Yes.
Yeah, he's getting a phone call.
He did get that Storm badge.
He did get that
yeah.
Storm badge. Good stuff, good stuff.
A little bit harder to keep track of his items, but yeah. So I think he is just gonna be heading over. Since he did buy all the super repels, he might just do the rocket stuff first after doing the basement checks. I thought you repelled. Maybe didn't repel?
It just ran out on that turn. He took 1 step.
Oh, okay. That's what happened. A little happy hour mark now. I think that's partly what I said. Yeah, Prism. It's just, yeah, Politoed is, it's just one of those things that's bare, it's serviceable. We're looking for serviceable mains. I was watching a little bit of the other races going on. We do have 2 races going on currently, and we have 1 more scheduled for tonight, so do stay tuned. And then we have 1 more race that's officially scheduled on Tuesday, Tuesday morning, and keep your eye out because we do have 3 tiebreakers. They're not going to be officially restreamed here on SpeedGaming, but there may be some alternate language restreams for those. Yeah, the 3 tiebreakers, so it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday actually, so we're getting close to the end of the stage.
We're getting a few items here in the Rocket Hideout. So far we've gotten the Rainbow Wings Secret Potion and the Red Scale.
Oh, I missed the secret potion there. I did see the Rainbow Red Scale. I must have just missed it.
So nothing that's absolutely required on its own, but it could be required for all we know.
Yeah. Although it does reward Snorms for waiting on going to Olivine, since now he can do all of Olivine in one go. He does, so Pokemon Fan does teach that Fire Blast to the Espeon.
Yeah, now that he's used Rock Smash as many times as he's going to use it. Like, he can use it in Ice Path, but it's not necessary to get the item in there. So, now that he's used all that, he'll have room for another...
That Cleffa lived? Oh no. So, that Cleffa lived on 1 HP there. You hate to see that.
Yeah, how embarrassing.
Alright, so we see another level 32 encounter, which was coughing. There's 7 encounters here, or encounter slots. So I don't know if I haven't looked into all the day-night shifts of the levels, but I think from what it appears to me, because that Mankey was a level 30 for Storms, but it's a 32 for Pokemon Fan, that this might also have one of those bigger differentiations in levels.
Where do you find that information, out of curiosity?
I guess it's looking to the raw decompile on Pret. I have to. I can send it to you later.
Okay, I hope it's not as I hope it's not as difficult to understand as it sounds like it might be.
No, actually, I think it's pretty plain text. Actually.
Oh, okay, that's all right then.
I think it's just you just it's. I think that one's a lot more easier to understand. Sometimes just trying to find where the data is located is a little bit more difficult to comprehend when I'm looking for specific things, but for wilds it's pretty simple because it breaks it down. It's broken down between Johto Kanto, grass, ground, and water, or the ground encounters versus the wild encounters. Looks like a tracker's being a little sticky there. I think that's because we both hit it at the same time.
Oh, do we both click basement key at the same time? Okay.
Yeah. My bad, you got to it right before me. I'm losing my touch. I used to be so good at this. Too busy docking.
Too busy commentating.
Oh boy. Yeah, so nothing impressive with the electrodes. I think there's only been one.
Come on. No. Not this time.
No.
That's a him only.
Yeah. I've only switched the electrodes once. And that was with a Zapdos. To be fair, it did have Thunderbolt and Ice Beam. I had a Thunderbolt TM and a Drill Puck TM on hand, but it actually did come with both Thunderbolt and Ice Beam already.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, that would do it. That would be.
I was gonna catch it regardless, but when I saw a Zapdos, I threw away a lane 10 levels higher just to do that. There's certain Pokemon that I do it with, and Zapdos would be pretty much one of the only ones I would do it for. With that moveset specifically.
Well, our final item there is Kanto access. We can now go to Kanto via the SS ticket.
Was that what our prize was from Lance? Huh. Well, if Snorms is still not happy with this Magneton, he could get a level 39, up to a level 39 in the harbor, but I don't see him doing that because it's only a few levels upgraded at most.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it might still be worth checking it out, just because our coverage still isn't ideal on this Magneton. Maybe we'll get like we can check like one encounter, and it could be something good. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we are still a little ways away from a level 50. We're closer to a level 60, but we're still missing one piece of the puzzle. Well, wish we had that Mimic for that Thunderbolt earlier, huh? Too bad it's only one battle that you would get it for. Oh, speaking of Wooper, that's what hatched from our egg today.
Yep, not to level 60 this time. We're not going to be main switching to this today.
Oh, we got the expansion card off of Price. So Pokemon Fan, I think, is one of the players who actually is more willing to skip the back half of the Mahogany Rockets. Doing the so-called ERC skip, which is getting all the items you can with the very minimum fights. But in this case, you'd be punished by doing that because it is very much required to finish the Rockets.
Yeah, I mean, it might not. Yeah, the rocket hideout might not have been required until we saw the expansion card. So now we know it's definitely necessary.
We do have Snorms going through on this loop here. So Fly cannot be here, but he's probably going to be coupling it in with the Rock Smash checks and just general other things you can do. Also, probably going to be splurging on some Max Repels there. Always nice to have Max Repels. Do you think he's going to be ballsy enough to do E4 early?
Not with this Magneton.
If he gets one more badge.
No, I think not with this. I think he'd need something a little better.
Yeah. I honestly, when I did that in my tournament match, that was the only time I've ever done that or E4 that early. That was something else. Yeah, it's not every day you can do E4 early. A lot of times it is gonna have to wait until the last minute because it is a bunch of level 40s.
Just trying to think of where Fly. I guess there's a few places it could be around here. We could like.
It could be in basement.
Could be in basement. Could be on Jasmine.
Could be vanilla.
It could be, yeah. Could be vanilla.
It could also be, you know, the radio tower. So far cannot be Kanto, but that's not that bad. Yeah, so we it's not that many locations left.
But some of those locations, well, I guess Jasmine's not that scary at this point. Not now that we've grinded those levels a bit in the rocket hideout.
No. I think the worst it could be is the Route 27 checks or vanilla. And the only reason why it would be more a hassle for vanilla is because you usually don't like going to Cyanwood until you have fly already.
Yeah, you don't want to do that and it not being fly in the end. Because then you gotta go all the way back.
But I think considering we have full access to being everything, to clearing everything inside Wood, I don't think even that would be that bad. The more hassle would be, I think, probably just dealing with all the rockets and on the radio tower. Yeah, so Snorms is going to be selling. He's got plenty of money. He's got... Yeah. He's going to be getting his hyper potions and max repels. 30 max repels is pretty good. So he isn't gonna go check the dark cave,
Yeah,
just yet.
You did say that he didn't like to check items out of logic.
Well, at least, I mean, I think that's pretty respectable. Considering, you know, the game logic exists for a reason. Whether or not I choose to listen to it is a different thing entirely.
Alright, well, where to next then?
Looks
he's gonna check.
Okay, so he can't go all the way up to Victory Road. Not just yet, but he is gonna get that Dig TM again, and the 5 candies.
Yep, Fly could be on one of these first 2 items on before the waterfall.
Yeah. And there's that Poliwrath again. Much less of an issue, but
our jump kick as well. It doesn't really hurt as much, but it just does waste a bit of time watching the recoil.
Oh my gosh, this Poliwrath. Please! No more! Oh, and there's a Slowking. Okay, so we have Flash now. Okay. So, now that we have Flash, I think Storm's is a little bit more willing to do that kind of stuff now. Because you do know the other part's got to be around somewhere.
Yeah, we do need a Zephyr badge to complete the game. We need all the badges, and we need all of the parts of the poker gear.
Yeah, Flash is not as necessary, but it could be necessary for only 4 checks. There's only 4 that are hard locked by Flash. The rest are just logically locked. That Slowking's being really trolled. Whirlwind, and just being water psychic type. So Storms did in fact save reset before a save for this. Unfortunately, unless this last check is a badge, he's not going to be able to go to Victory Road.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at this play, because it can't be Fly, and I guess it could be...
Well, I mean, if you get an 8th badge, what you can do is you can take the teleport back to Newbark.
Oh yes, that's right, you can do that.
Yeah. If you're not doing E4 you can take the teleport back.
Okay, well, it ended up being the Nugget, so...
I think he is gonna just accept that because Flash is Flash, and... yeah. So
It is a long way back, though.
yeah, I mean he could. Okay, so the levels in here are on. Okay, it's mid-30s, but he wouldn't be able to get it anyways. Yeah, I mean it's not that bad since you can hop down the ledge, but it is definitely a little bit longer just to keep for that flash, unfortunately. Yeah, I think he was taking that gamble, hoping, you know, odds are getting that 8th badge. So even though it was beyond the fly logic, getting an 8th badge there would be pretty nice. Yeah, the red scale as well. So now the key question is for Pokemon: is he going to finish getting the items? He is right now poisoned.
He has fought the 2 rockets, so I assume he is going to kill the items. If he fought those 2 rockets and got the password, he's surely going to finish this place.
Well, I mean, it's much. I think you get at least the Murkrow password, and then that's the point where you can, if you want to, dip out and go back in. But I think you're right with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know. Well,
yeah, I think he's gonna finish it.
Yeah, you can get one more item. I guess if you fight them, and then just.
Well, it's less painful if you get all the passwords, and the passwords to do it. But I have always just been on the fact that just get it done always, and don't need to double dip. I think in the speed runs, oh, the Cascade badge right here for the red scale turn in.
Yep. So extra.
Oh no!
Oh, he is escaping roping out. Okay. So yeah, he'll need to do that later because we do know that the expansion card is on price, which we can't fight until we clear that out.
Yeah. So unfortunately, he's gonna have to go back there sooner rather than later, at least for Kanto access. Along with the fact that, or assuming we don't have the card key, or not card key, the pass anywhere nearby. But he is also gonna have to go back and return, as we said, for the expansion card.
Back to
Tom has the right idea. Back to Vector Road.
Yep, he does have 8 badges now. Totally the right one.
I mean, it's not. Look, I'm one of those people who is a little bit more willing to go for those crazy route changes. Like I actually totally respected Snorms' decision there. That's like something I would do.
Yeah, maybe at this point save it until you
But going back to Pixie Road, I'll have to wait a little bit longer. Well, we do have at least 2 Runes of Elf Chambers we can check right now. The Waterstone Chamber and the Flash Chamber. In addition to getting these Union Cave items.
We can't check the Flash Chamber yet because we still don't have the Zephyr badge.
Sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Although last time I said that, we did get the Zephyr badge in the Waterstone Chamber.
Yeah, maybe you're just a clairvoyant. You can just see that we're gonna get the Zephyr badge right now.
Yeah. I think he did save, right, for that one? Or before going down the ladder? I think.
I don't know.
Regardless, it's just probably just committed to anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he did.
Yeah. Because you don't normally when you go in there, you either save reset or escape rope out. But because he entered in from the north, escape roping out would just be more painful. Yeah. Also, it's a good place to save reset in case the Waterstone Chamber ends up being nothing. Okay, so I'm not quite clairvoyant today.
Okay, it's fine. It'll be in Slowpoke Well instead, and then we'll just go right back in here.
Pokemon fan gonna commit to this play. He's gonna be rewarded with the radio card. You do have to be careful to be able to get all of them in one go because you don't have yeah, so, since you don't have fly, I would have actually still been double tempted to go for the dark cave items from Blackthorn's side because you can always escape rope out.
I mean, Fly could have been in there, like if we had like something like Zephyr Badge on one of these out of the way checks.
Well, the Pokemon fan has already done those the dark cave checks.
Well, not on the Blackthorn side though.
No, the Blackthorn sides can't be fly. Anything beyond.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Anything beyond well, you can't be.
Yeah, that's right.
And I missed whatever was in Slowpoke Well, but clearly nothing. I don't think there was anything important there.
Yeah, you got a max drive. Oh, there's Fly. All right.
Alright, and I think Snorms has subscribed to, this might as well do Soft Sand Girls now. A lot of runners will save Soft Sand Girls until the very end. And they'll pick up that one item and then leave it there. But I think just when you're high enough level, when you pick up that item, you just go through with it. Pokemon fan, yes, he did already check the Rising Badge check. That was a Dig TM, and he reset it away. Both of our runners have also checked the Mystery Egg check, and both of them did reset it away initially too. And that's rare candies. So whenever he feels like getting some Dig TM plus rare candies, they can go back for that. Yeah, it looks like Pokemon fan is also committing to this play. And unfortunately, he's also going to not be rewarded with anything interesting. A little bit more hesitant climbing up here. I think we can see sort of a little bit of the experience because most of our runners don't go here early, or we generally don't go through this way very often.
Nothing on Soft Sand Girls. I mean, I'm not sure I don't think in any of the races I've commentated, at least, I've seen anything on Soft Sand Girls yet, so...
No, they usually don't have anything, although it can be painful that one time if they do have something. We had a weekly race, actually, just before the tournament, where Soft Sand Girls had a badge, and you could see the gulf of difference, like at least 30-40 minutes difference between people who had just done that one item check and left it alone, and those who had full cleared it. It was like a little 30-minute difference because I think it was for a good amount of people their last badge to check. Not every one of them, but a good amount of them.
So I guess Pokemon fan save resets us to an earlier point than he remembered, so he's just going to go back to get Flash again.
Flash. Yeah. I think that's respectable. Yeah, Pokemon fan already did do the check for both checks because he already did the he reset it away earlier, the Dig TM stuff, I believe. Didn't he? Or was that just Snorms?
I think he... well, I don't...
Well,
I can't remember.
Never mind, he didn't check it at all. Okay.
He went back for the... He went back for the Mystery Egg check, but he didn't check the Rising Badge.
He was initially going Snore.
Why? Okay.
He was going with Snowberry and going back with why. Why must he?
Snowberry, why?
I think this is the most times I've seen people go back to lab just for a single item. just for those rare candies. I'm sure to get an earful later about that. Yeah, Storms used his rare candies just now. Storms tends to use his rare candies a lot earlier than I think a lot of people do, because I think one of the easier habits as someone to do is to save your rare candies until the very end for red. But I definitely like what Storms did, because using it early on when it makes a difference, even though it's late game you don't get as high level, it makes a difference in those intermediate fights when you use it in around level 30 to 40.
Yeah, I think part of that may come from the fact that Snorms did come from a vanilla Pokemon speedrunning background. And in a lot of Pokemon speedruns, when you do use the rare candies, it does end up being like, you know, just somewhere in the middle of the run to you know, so it's not like early enough where you feel like you've wasted it, but it's not like right at the end, so it ends up, you know, helping you on a bunch of damage ranges and stuff. So that's just probably the kind of mindset you get based on what you've been running in the past.
Yeah, I think I mean, personally, I've always been have a little hoarder mindset where, well, I'm not quite committed to this main yet. You know, I will hold on to the good TM for like the longest time. And it's like, oh, I'm not quite committed to this main yet here. So, you know, especially since they did, for example, they do have 4 parts of Exodia, and you know, like Storms has 2 parts of, you know, I guess the Gate Guardians, like he has all these. Well, I could get to a level 60 though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if you get a level 60, like, you're probably not going to really need to use all those candies on it anyway for most of the game. Like, you're only really going to see a lot of difference if level 60 is something a bit weaker, it would help. But other than that, you'll only really see a difference on the late game tough fights like blue and red.
Yeah, you really don't. I think it's more just waiting for it eventually. No, I think the part of it is just saving. It's just really easy to save it for the maximum level potential, whereas, you know, that's what happens when you use it at the end, right? Because at that point you have no more fights, there's no more extra experience. But using it early on will make a difference in your middle of your run. So
yeah, I mean, definitely when I'm playing casually, I definitely save my candies like until right to the end, because I don't know how much I'm going to need those levels like at the end. At the end, they're just always the way tougher than the other fights in the vanilla games. So yeah, like I say, I think it just depends on what background you come from before you start doing these races and what kind of mindset you get based on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so Snorm's able to clear the lighthouse in one go. Does pick up that card key. Honestly, I probably, even Pokemon fans I probably would just use the rare candies like Snorms did. Just commit to that Espeon. It's pretty good as is. Ice Beam Surf. You know, yes, it's missing a little bit of electrical coverage, but or coverage against water types, but Ice Beam Surf is a pretty good combo.
Well, it is at the moment. I think only level 30, so there's still more time. I think I think Pokemon Fan would be more inclined to switch to something else based on what level he's at right now. If he gets Kanto access soon.
Okay, so Storms is taking the boat right away. He could putting off all of the Sandwood checks right now, but it's not really a worry because he does have Fly and Storm Badge already, compared to Pokemon Fan who has just the Storm Badge.
Yeah, we were probably going to have to do this anyway, unless the pass was like right around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's not so bad having Storm Badge and Fly, because at this point, you can also do the quick check-ins in Kanto, and you're really not losing time over it. You know, luckily, Fly was in a pretty generous location. You know, it was not like it was buried with things, you know, lots of progress.
Yeah, I guess it's just unfortunate that because of when we got the ability to use Surf, it ended up being like one of the last Surf checks we did.
Well, right, because, I mean, when you got Surf, we had Waterfall already, so, you know, we have all Mortar, we have the radio, the Mahogany Rockets, at least, that open up at the same time. We had enough to check, you know, go all the way to Blackthorn, which is pretty rare. Yeah, so I think it's not that reasonable fly location, it's just, as you said, a little unfortunate because it is sort of an isolated check compared to the massive other checks we have that are open to us at the same time. Yeah, so quick thing is that Snorms flies out of Vermilion. Just taking the boat to Vermilion is able to get that Vermilion fly point. Does not work the other way around with Olivine. You actually do have to step into Olivine City itself to get that fly point if you were to do it the other way. I think that's probably just the fact that the vanilla game at that point requires you to go into Olivine anyways before you have Storm Badge fly.
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't know, that's just how I'm picturing it. Oh, we have the machine part here. Ooh.
Alright, well that will save us a little bit of backtracking if we want to explore Kanto at some point.
I think both of us must have hit at the same time there.
I didn't hit it at all.
Or I might, maybe it was sticky.
But yeah, it's all good.
My bad. I clicked it and then something happened to it. Sometimes the servers can be a little bit overburned. Takes a little while for it to refresh. Oh, so Pokemon Fan is actually going all the way back!
There we go, this is, oh jeez, well it's unfortunate because, well, like you say, he can do the teleport, I suppose, so it's not...
Well, he's got Fly and Storm Badge, so this is not a problem.
Oh, he's got it now, okay. Alright, that's fine.
Yeah. Then. No, he's just going for, I think he's going for that Victory Road main and the 5 items in Victory Road.
Yeah, makes sense, his Espeon is only level 30, they'll be
yeah,
quite
he was even,
Pokemon.
Yeah, he was still getting, in fact, he'll still get, it's potential for him to still get encounters here, because he is, level 30, and they're mid, as we showed, it was at least a level 32 there. When I speak about it, we get another encounter from Jinx again.
Okay, yeah, just waste more of our time, why don't you? Meanwhile, Snorms' Magneton did learn Dragon Breath, so that's at least something that's neutral to water, so that's alright. We'd rather have like an electric move, obviously, but we'll take it.
Dragon Breath is the I need a special move. It's the
yeah.
it's just like the I need something. At least give me something game. The game goes, okay, here you go.
And you're like, great, thanks, I guess.
Unfortunately, Pokemon Fan did hit that spinning trainer outside the rest house. So that's sort of unfortunate for him, because she does have 3 pokes and they are decently leveled.
And one of them's Vaporeon, which we can't do anything to, and it probably still has Soft Boiled.
It might have overlearned it at this point.
It might have, I don't know. I guess it was a while ago where we saw the Vaporeon. Yeah, it's probably...
Yeah, it was level 18, so... Or level 17, which means it had the opportunity to learn at least level 23 and the level 30 move. So, it looks like it's overridden at this point. And Chuck doesn't give us really much. Some dragon parts. And we get it.
One of those would have been the amulet coin, but not like really need money at this point.
Yeah. Ooh, that was an earthquake TM. That was from That was normally Whitney's. Ooh.
Yeah, that'll be. I mean, it's not good on Magneton, but you know, if we get
Back up main.
Just get the Pokegear right here, and then maybe we can switch to the level 50, and it can have earthquake or something. Oh, is that vanilla rare candy? What is that?
Yes.
What kind of randomizer?
Hey, at least he gave the rare candy. And he was able to accept. I mean, God, that's the one person with the longest talking text. I would love if we could just, sort of as an Easter egg, change what he says. I think there was some initial talk about that.
Oh, you mean like kind of how in A Link to the Past they just change what Ganon says from time to time when you face him?
Yeah, I hear that. I think with A Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time, Ocarina of Time Rando is doing with the hints as well. But I know Link to the Past Rando just opened up their stuff for the Triforce stuff as well, the Triforce text differentiation stuff. But yeah. Unfortunately, I think we could use in this crystal. I think if we ever bother to, I think it'd be nice to just change sometimes what they say.
That could be fun, yeah.
I mean, as long as like the not relevant parts. I know I've played a Plando where some of the stuff was changed already, and it was a customized ROM where the gym leader Vice made that for me because he made Douglas the gym leader basically. So you had to fight Douglas rather than Price for it, and Price says, "Oh, you should go talk to Douglas. He's a pretty cool guy."
Okay.
Yeah, I fell for that one. We were doing it co-op, and
I cannot picture Price saying "pretty cool guy," even if it is a pun.
Oh, I don't remember exactly what that text was, but it was just like, "Oh, you should just talk to Douglas," because, well, I have a history of, I have a history of accidentally talking to him, not just being hit by him, but like talking to him.
So PokemonFan did use the candies on the Espeon, so looks like he's not going to main switch here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he is going to get these encounters because he is nighttime. They have up to level 40s. Everything is boosted up by level 5.
He sees Haunter. Is he now wishing he didn't? He just caught that instead? I don't know.
Well, Snorms is doing his Kanto checks. I didn't see too much.
Oh, TM10 is psychic. Well, that'll be great when. Oh, so we see a Mewtwo in here. Okay.
Wait a sec.
Right after the candies, he's just getting out of there. He's just like, probably like sunk cost kind of thing. I just dumped my candies into this thing.
That happened to me last time I went to do that. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm
E4 play? I mean, okay, it's got Twister, String Shot. Okay, it's much less runnable.
Else. Well, we don't know. We haven't seen the other moves. It could be something great.
Look, some of us have standards to not run Mewtwo's. I unfortunately, the pressure of the tournament, have given into
the
running.
pressure of the tournament. Yeah, whatever. You say this to save face, but secret biggest Mewtwo fan Snow Bear right here, just like I had to run it. What choice did I have?
No, biggest Pokemon fan, biggest Mewtwo fan does go out to Bakura. Fair enough. He unironically and unashamedly likes Mewtwo. No, look, man. If you're gonna get destroyed without a save point by a Mewtwo in Victory Road, look, you just run that. Especially when I had some of my other issues with the Typhlosion early on. Look, okay, it was a special exception. I would like to point out, though, that neither runner has fought Morty quite yet. Just saying.
Pokemon fan again running into a water type that he can do pretty much nothing to. Azumarill's got a lot of HP, so it's going to take him some time to take this out.
Yeah, and doesn't have the pure power ability to actually have reasonable attacks.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a damage sponge.
Look, yes. There are sometimes you do have to sometimes make a special exception to fighting Morty early. When you're given within the first 5 items you check in the game, both Clearbell and Rainbow Wing, the game does expect you to fight him early.
There's a Golduck too on this rival. It's just okay, that Kabuto we can at least surf that, so that's all right.
Yeah, and it looks like Janine didn't give us any important items today. Might be also my beanbag stuff that you might be picking up into as well. Alright, so we have the Press A Simulator Part 2 going on. And Pokemon Fan is getting the
It's
Mewtwo.
like, run me, run me.
No, it wants you to run him, but I think Pokemon Fan misheard that as run away.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I don't think we see the E4 player early. It is an hour 40, but there's a lot of checks else you can do. But I am ready to eat my... I am ready to...
He's walked slightly to the right.
Please no. Please, my sanity.
But, you know, he saw how much trouble he had on the rival. Like, that took him a long time. So, he just... you know, if he had an electric move, then maybe. Oh no, he's going for it.
Oh no!
He's going for it.
Oh no!
Well, I mean... He may be doing this because it's a play that Snorms is not likely to make. But
absolutely, Snorms is not going to do this play. Snorms
Yeah.
will leave it for last. And
immediately runs into a water type that he can't do much to. You know, what did you really expect based on what we've seen?
I don't think he saved right before this. So he's committed. He's committed for the long haul here. Oof. Yeah, and so this is also one of the unfortunate things is that he is under level compared to all these pokes. So he is going to have to. Oh no. Noctowl says, "You should have stayed asleep." And explodes.
Another water type, at least this one's got bad special defense, so we should be alright this time.
Oh boy. Look, I think Pokemon Fan is feeling, Pokemon Fan knows how good Storms is.
Oh,
and so when
that's Hydro Pump. No, I'm sorry I said anything. I think that Surf would be doing more because Horsey's got surprisingly good defense. Yeah, he just resets. Yeah. Like, get out of there, leave.
I think that gets to be. Oh, okay.
Oh Lord, how far back is he?
He didn't miss.
So he won't have Fly yet, will he?
No, he will not have Fly. He will have to go pick that back up. Yeah. So. Okay, so. Here's the deal with that, though, is that definitely would have done more damage with Surf, because Horsey Seadra have good defenses, but no special defense. But yeah, I think he was trying to do the E4 play to see if we can do it, because he knows Snorms is so good. And so sometimes when you think you're really far behind, you pull off these gambles in the hopes that the long shot will be something that'll pay off.
Look, on the upside, because he didn't use his candies, he can save them for Mewtwo now. Right? Right?
Oh my goodness. I think we're definitely gonna have to ask him about that. I don't think he's going back for that Mewtwo.
Guess not. I swear I can hear Mewtwo from here, like, I'm here if you need me. I love candy.
Yeah, he does have 5 pieces of candy. Oh, he bought calciums. Oh, I think he's going back. No, never mind.
Nah, never. He's sticking with the Espeon still. I don't know, dude. I think that Mewtwo could be the difference maker.
Honestly, the Mewtwo is the better play rather than all these vitamins. But okay. Oh, here's the pass. Luckily, both of our runners do have Fly and Storm badge, so because that would open up all of Kanto too, where you can get Fly to if you didn't have it already.
Okay, so now he is buying the TM. We'll see what that is. It was Confusion, okay, so not great, but still okay.
And it looks like we also get the Thunder badge as well.
Yeah, so this place was required.
Yeah, I mean, considering how early they got the base, or okay, they got a basement keep midway in. Okay, okay, he is just teaching Espeon the strength. HM. It doesn't have a great attack, but it's more reliable than anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Confusion would be better against pretty much everything besides the slow twins.
Oh well, I guess, yeah. Yeah, Snorms is doing really well here. And I guess Bangtan learned Psychics on level up, I guess.
No, that was
TM, not level. Sorry, that was TM. Yeah,
that was TM10. Yeah. So that's so that's something to look forward to for Pokemon Fan at least.
Okay, so False Striker wasn't required this time. We've had a scary enough amount of seeds this tournament already, with the False Striker being required. False Striker is sometimes even skipped, even when you have the card key, because it is one fight with 6 pokes. Did something just go boom?
Yeah.
Again? Pokemon Fan's Espeon has just been boomed on a bunch already. I swear, every time I look back, it's dead.
I mean, I think it was boomed on. I just saw it. I just looked back and saw it dead as well. So I guess it could have been Destiny Bond.
All the water types. This is the. You should have found a better physical Pokemon, or at least something that could deal with water types. I mean,
Beauty's about to jack the radio waves itself and just like say, "Yo, I'm right here. Come on."
I mean, we knew it at least had one move for water types in Twister.
Well, I mean, okay. Alright, at that point, Surf is just better, to be honest.
Alright, Snorms doing the basement. We'll be getting a bunch of those items. Using the correct combo of 1-3-1-2. I mean, there's a couple different ways to do it, 1-3-1-2 or 1-2-1-3. They both have the equivalent amount of steps, but 1-3-1-2 leaves you closer to the items to grab. Yeah, and then of course, the nice thing about that combination is that you hit 1 again and you just can go through. I don't actually know specifically how those gates are, but you do have to hit either the 1 or 2 switch twice to get access to the bottom left item.
Yeah, I think I just, you know, when I played it casually, I just did trial and error, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, eventually it'll work out.
Yeah, I would like to eventually see if I could figure out if there is a slightly faster way than 1-3-1-2.
Well, stuff is you can't see what it affects all in one screen, so it's just kind of hard to see exactly what these things do.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if there's somewhere in the code to do it, but I don't even know where to look. I am not, as much as I do look at the code for stuff, or some curiosities thing, I'm not as programming fluent or even know where to look for that. Because this game is done in assembly, so... But even, so that in itself is already a little bit more of a difficult program to do. But I'm not even experienced as I've only got minor experience doing Python. But yeah, it looks like Snorms is going to go up to Victory Road now. He is high enough level though, so he will not be fighting those Mewtwo's.
He's also playing during the day, so even if it was a bit low level, he wouldn't have seen them.
Yeah, the level 40 slot would have been level 35, so not as appealing. I don't think there was anything in the basement though, which was a little... So...
Yeah, nothing in the basement. Ho was Sleep Eater Dream Powder, an actual combo.
Oh my gosh. His Magneton just almost died to that Bone Rush. Must have been like half health to begin with, but that's a lot more damage done than I expected.
Well, it is always scary to run anything with a 4x weakness, just for that reason. Hopefully there doesn't end up being anything too terrifying on Red. Because if that thing if Red leads with an Earthquake Pokemon, I mean, you can probably get through it with Revive Stall, but it's not ideal.
You might be able to also X-Defend it as well if it's a physical attack.
Yeah, if it's a physical attack, you can at least do that, but... Yeah, I don't know. I guess it'll depend on how strong that Pokemon would be that's using it.
No, the unfortunate part is if you're 4x weak to a special move like Dragonite.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that except
like for example, on Red himself, his hidden power for his pokes are all ice types. A lot of times for these trainers, they're all generally rock type, but for Red, it's ice type. So, alright. So Storms is going to get all these items in one go. Oh, not all the items, just this one item rather. Because he doesn't have cut access. You know, I'm starting to wonder if we're gonna be if we're gonna get another one of those rare the rare reverse Kanto checks
Well, late Morty, here we go.
yeah. I think it's reasonable at this point because he does have just the rainbow wing, and when Morty decides to be mean, besides just being the normal scam that an artist that he usually is, he sometimes will drop something like the Clarabelle. I, of course, am always of the opinion that he's a scam artist. Even when he's technically required.
Doesn't make any sense.
Look, he just doesn't give you good items. But he's like, look, I'm standing right here, and I'm gonna have these guys block you until... until you... well... until you fight me.
Well, he's not going to do that this time anyway, because we did clear out the radio tower, so Morty's at least not required to be defeated for access to Tin Tower, but we do still need the clear bell for that access, in addition to the Rainbow Wing, and either beating Morty or clearing the radio tower.
And Snorms is trying to mostly stay in law check, so this is probably the most sensible thing to do, besides going to Cyanwood, which he already did, so...
Yeah, you can still turn in the machine part, you don't have to go through Rock Tunnel for that.
Because we don't have Hive Badge and Cut, it is out of logic for that.
Oh, that's
yes,
right, yeah, I forgot about that.
You know, I think most people just end up forgetting that Hive Badge got locked because we just go through Rock Tunnel in the dark anyways. Oh, I think Pokemon Fan got his Thunder Badge, yeah. Because that was post-Rockets, or post-radio, post-completion.
Yeah, he would have gotten that. Where was... I can't remember where the machine part was, so I don't know if he's gotten that yet or not.
I think... was that basement? No, it was before basement. It's possible that he has it. I think he does.
I don't know.
We'll see when he turns it in. Okay. Okay, he's spared this time. He does have the Zephyr badge, which was ultimately required this time.
Thanks,
But the good news, we will be seeing all those dark checks now. Because that unlocks a bunch of stuff. And it also unlocks this check right here. From this lovely guy who usually blocks your way until you have defeated... until you've defeated Faulkner. Oh, and there's the Pokegear.
Alright, so now we can access...
Flash hard required!
Well, we can't access a lot of West Kanto yet, because we still can't cut, but...
Well, we can access West Kanto.
Oh yeah, we can, because we can go around the other way, but it's a bit of a trek to go around the other way.
Well, for Pokemon Fan it should be easier since he did get that fly point. Snorms did not. Actually, no, he did get... No, sorry. Pokemon Fan reset away the fly point.
Yeah.
And there's the boulder badge. You see, if I was to do my out of logic play, I would have done that. Although I guess at this point I wouldn't have been totally out of logic, because they could have had Zephyr badge earlier if they had committed to the Morty play. Yep, Snorms trying to grab that one item, kind of jumps off. Yeah, having surf does let you skip one of the rock smash encounters.
Oh, so we could get to see both rock smash encounters this time. Saw Bailey failure and there's Girafferic.
Not sure which one's more common, but that's just an interesting thing. And Snorms has already checked the Route 46 item, so he's not going to go out that way. He is going to go do the rock tunnel into machine part turn-in check though right now. Maybe hoping for cut hive badge, so he doesn't have to go all the way back to Victory Road, or towards Victory Road to get that access to West Kanto. Would have to wake up the Snorlax though anyway, so I think it's just part of his following checks, because post machine part you can get that item in the fan club house. Oh, and there's the clear bell.
Even more checks opened up.
So logically, he was totally required for even getting access into Tin Tower, since it was a dark room check.
Yep, Morty required to use Flash, required to get the clear bell.
And to get a couple of other items in the dark stuff. Because there was a badge in the Flash Chamber. Or no, it was the Pokegear in the Flash Chamber.
Yeah, the Boulder Badge in Dark Cave.
Alright, so Pokemon Fan does get that Psychic TM. He's
yeah,
gonna
it's like,
immediately
finally!
teach
Can't teach it over strength though. Not unless you go back to Blackthorn. But yeah, if you can't get rid of strength, definitely Fire Blast is the one to get rid of.
Yeah. Well, he should be covered on anything that's not Slowbro, Slow King.
We still have those, yeah.
And it's less of a problem with Starmie because it doesn't have the HP or the special defenses that those other two have. Yeah, as we are at this 2-hour mark here, or a little bit beyond the 2-hour mark. So we don't have too much left of the game, it seems like. I mean, we still don't have access to Roll Islands, but we do have access to West Kanto. Oh! Right. Pokemon Fan forgetting that he did already... that his save point was actually after he had checked for the rare candies. I think that's the only thing that threw him off. The real question though, is he gonna go back and finish the... I guess, is he gonna go back and finish Mahogany Rockets, which are required? And the answer is not yet. Pokemon Fan will do or die not wanting to do that check.
Yeah, now that he's skipped that, I think it's pretty unlikely he goes back for it until he realizes that he has to.
Yeah, and unfortunately it seems like both of these races, it's been hard required. So It turns down Pedal Dance though. Ooh. I'm still regretting. I think maybe regretting a little bit more having that strength in there. Because
yeah, you can't really. Yeah, with the strengths being learned, there's not really anything you can get rid of from Pedal Dance. Like I guess you could get rid of Ice Beam, but you don't want to get rid of Ice Beam.
no. Alright, so we'll see what the Suicune is, and see if it is that Jolteon. Not that we're gonna switch to it anyways, though. Yeah, Primate, Octillery. I think that is a Jolteon. Yeah. Very fearsome Jolteon though, with Cross Chop and Scary Face. And Pokemon Fan, I guess, got paralyzed in the gym and he just didn't want to buy or use his full heals or something for that.
Yeah, he has heal powder, so I'm not really sure about that. So anyway, immediate dividends from Tin Tower, Marsh Badge straight away.
Oh yeah. Now Tin Tower has a lot of items, so it would be surprising to see it barren. I look forward to seeing what all these teams are afterwards when Snorms eventually checks his bag for those. He won't check it before Red, because there's really no need to for him. Oh my gosh. That's an exploding piece of coral. No wonder why it has its Galarian form is dead.
This is the origin story right here.
It substituted into explosion. You hate to see that. It was going to get its explosion off. And there's the Hive badge there too.
Yeah, we're slowly whittling our way down in terms of badges. Just got the 3 left now for Snorms.
Yeah. I think Snorms is hoping to find that Glacier badge last at this point. Would eliminate a few checks from his need to check pile. And Sarge just has a headbutt TM. Does not opt to keep that guard spec. I believe he already has one in his inventory.
Yeah, he did pick it up rather than having his pocket be full, so that's quite likely.
So we'll see what's at the top of the tower today. I think this is one of the only places where you can that actually treats it as a roof, so you can fly off it.
Alright, we were talking about, you know, if level 60 was a kind of kind of not great Pokemon, we could switch to it, but not to level 40.
Yeah, we did nerf it to well, I mean, in the original game it would have been level 60, but we did nerf it to level 40 here.
Yeah, because in the original game you have to defeat the Elite Four as well, which we axed for
this tournament. I think it was sort of a requested check, and a requested thing anyways for most people.
Yeah, I think people just didn't want the Elite Four to be required as often as it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was required like 30 to 40%, I believe. Because it did lock about 6 checks. Well, it logically locks 6 checks. You could cheese that rainbow wing guy for one of them.
But yeah, another change is that all you need to do to unlock this place is to encounter the hoe and just run away from it. So no need for one of your party, and the mineral badge.
And a full restore and a max revive. Very accessible items to be picking up in this chamber. I don't think Pokemon Fan has the machine part, because he's not doing Rock Tunnel and all that.
Yeah, I try to write down as much of these as I can, but I can't remember where that one was.
Oh, I give you so much credit for writing those down. It's too much for me. I just remember at this point that the expansion card was on price.
Yeah.
Of the big difference items, anyways. Oops. Don't have cut just yet. This could be a seed that we just don't get cut on.
Yeah, we're pretty close to being in go mode, so definitely a possibility. So the E4 big brain play, we don't know, because Pokemon Fan got so badly wrecked on the first trainer that he ended up resetting all the way back to his last save in Union Cave.
But was it only the first trainer, or was it? He got past a couple Pokemon. I thought it was the second one he got.
Nah, he didn't even beat the first. No, it was still the first Fleet 4 member.
Oh, so he never beat Will. Oh boy.
Nah, it was like I think it was after he got hydro pumped by the horse. He had enough after that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was. All right, so Snorms using a few more of his candies now.
He's got so many. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think that's like a reasonable time to do it at this point.
Yeah, if you're gonna take on a few Kanto leaders, then definitely a good.
He's just committed to the Magneton, not even gonna worry about what the level 50 Snorlax is. Yeah, no, it does harken me back to one time we had a race with. I was racing with Monty, and he fought Will briefly just to see what Will's lead was, and reset it away. And he said, so he was mind gaming people because he ended up being done. He goes, "Oh yeah, Will's lead is whatever it was. I think it was like an Apom or something." So a bunch of people got mind gamed into defeating E4. Of course, we don't have, of course, our racers chatting for obvious reasons.
Alright, so we are gonna at least go through here and check the. Is it 2 items we can check going this way? Without cut?
Yes. It's
There's
the one in the house
the...
and one outside the cave.
Yeah. Well, Politoed, another one of those Pokemon we were talking about as not being that great, but something you can make work if it's high level.
What was the 50? I didn't even look, sorry.
It was Politoed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a machine part. It was the secret potion guy.
Good call. I remember the secret potion guy had something. He is gonna go buy something from the pharmacy.
Maybe some
Revives.
Yeah, fair enough.
Considering how much his Espion has died, it's almost as bad as Hulk's Raichu that one time.
Dang. It's like this Halk's Raichu. Now that's a name I haven't heard in years.
Okay, I got scared for a second. I'm like, I don't remember any. So was the mineral badge, was that picked, or no, we picked that up in the Ho chamber. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought we had just picked it up outside. I'm like, what? Yeah, so we do have Snorms doing the rare backwards Kanto seeds. So I think we've only had maybe like 1 or 2 in the tournament where it's actually been required to do this. So this is a treat to everyone.
Of course, we still don't know whether this was required or not yet because we haven't done. There's a few things we still haven't done, but not many, to be fair. Oh, and there's the Earth badge.
Ooh.
Just 1 badge to go.
Alright, so we know it's for sure nothing locked behind a whirlpool.
Wow, that's it.
Oh wow, okay guys, so Storms was saying that you can't do an interview unless it's a god seed. Well then, we may actually have a Storms interview.
Very nice. Well, there it is then, the rare cutlass seed. Excellent.
And not E4 required, so at least for Pokemon fans, Sandy, it wasn't something he would have to go back and do.
Yeah, that Will was a mercy in the end.
He goes, "You should not be here." Yeah, it's one of those final boss music ones.
Turn back.
Yeah, well, this is quite interesting considering we didn't use nothing behind Cut, nothing behind Whirlpool. That's pretty rare for a seed, because those two lock a lot of items.
Yep, no Claire, no Nugget Hedge Maze.
Barely even touched West Kanto. It was just in the forest.
Yeah, we actually didn't need to do any of the Kanto leaders, as it turns out.
Alright, let's see if we have any good moves. Spark!
Oh, there we go. Excellent.
Much better than Thrash. Alright, so no earthquakes, and we're hoping for no EQs. Too many jet seeds.
Well, Pokemon Fan is going down to the Rocket Hideout now, so if Snorlax ends up... that's a little tough, okay.
Okay, you're gonna have to set up X defense on that. Because Snorlax is especially bulky.
I don't think that's going to be enough, you know. I think we might still die to 2 even after the X defense.
You would need at least multiple X defense.
Oh, okay, well, thanks, Snorlax. Alright,
Did he convert to a fire type?
He converts to a fire type and then use Thrash, so, thanks,
oh, that doesn't even hurt as much.
So he has a fire move. But he's not using it.
Yeah, that's strange.
Alright, well, I mean, thanks, I guess.
Is that how conversion works?
Yeah, conversion will change to one of the types of moves you have.
Man, it's so generous that it locked itself out of... it converted away from normal type. It made it much easier for Snorms to set up. And luckily, having set up all those X defends, is able to just still keep going even through the vital throws. As long as it doesn't crit. Okay, so he's locked into Thrash, so he can't even heal his main. That's even better. So no more healing on red. I can't wait to see what Storm's menuing time is. He's been doing really good. He's always really good with his menuing, you know, being a speedrunner background especially. Storms even messaging me, "Hey, I have time for an interview," as he finishes up.
Wow, spoilers! Can't believe he spoiled that he was able to KO this Ho with a super effective move. Unbelievable.
Okay, so we do have Storms finishing at 220. And so we'll join them in, and
Yeah, it looks like
Pokemon Fan did forfeit as well. So we'll have just, I guess we'll have just Storms joining us. Understandably, I can understand why when want to interview. But yeah, congratulations, Storms.
Thank you. So Morty's a scam, apparently.
Yeah, very much required this ROM this time through. Not your last one.
No.
But wow, we got a God Seed.
Yeah, Cutlass.
Yeah,
Final Badge, Glacier Badge. Interesting seed.
Yeah.
What did Pokefan main? This ROM sucked for mains.
He found an Espeon on Route 37. Unfortunately, it was... So it did have Ice Beam. Unfortunately, it did not have a water coverage move. And so it was water walled pretty much the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it caused me a few problems.
The stupid Crobat, man, I swear. that thing had such a garbage moveset. And then Fighter on Bugsy and it's got Aeroblast Ice Beam. I was so annoyed.
The one time you don't run it, it's actually workable.
Yep. I wish I just found the Dunsparce again and then I would have forced a Crobat with Crab Hammer and Stall.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh wow, but yeah, it was pretty good for you. I mean, it was pretty fast paced. I mean, so you had early, you know, mortar access, complete mortar access.
And all the mains sucked in there. Even the Magnemite was, it was okay, I guess. But...
Yeah, I mean that was Waterworld for a little bit as well until you got Psychic.
Thrash, basically. Or Dragon Breath I had briefly, but
oh, that's right. You got Dragon Breath before Psychic. I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the, we were joking. That was the I need a special move.
Yes, pretty much was.
But really,
I need to kill bulky water types.
Really nice to get the 5 rare candies from Mountain's Aid though. That was really sweet.
Yeah, we saw you both of you reset it away initially and then came back for that specifically.
Yeah, that was nice for sure. Did Pokefan check Mr. Egg check early? I was really tempted.
He did check that initially, yeah. He reset that away. He had some unfortunate issues. Part of his issue is that his Espeon kept dying, but he did not finish the Mahogany stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He was going back to finishing it just now. Yeah, he did an ERC skip, and unfortunately, it did not pay off.
Yeah, he tried to make a few plays. Like he did skip Azalea to start with, and then he went back later on. And yeah, I mean, unfortunately for him, it ended up not being required anyway. So he could have ended up skipping it. But always scary when you orphan that number of checks, I suppose. So don't really blame him.
Yeah.
You both, interestingly enough, did climb all the way up Route 26 with 7 badges to have to turn around.
Yeah, I was annoyed having to do that route three times. I don't know if it would have been faster to just get the E4 fly point the second time. I was thinking about it, but I think it probably would have been much the same.
Yeah.
It would have been worth it if E4 was required, but...
Well, I think it was really getting... Because he didn't do... I mean, he did get fly back eventually, and once he got fly in the Cascade badge, he did try to go back for the E4. He was still underleveled. He found a level 40 Mewtwo, was running away from that. And then tried to fight Will, and it was just water type after water type after water type.
Look at the Crobats TVs! Oh.
I don't think we get to see, unfortunately.
It's 15 attack, 15 special.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Also,
You should have run me!
Again. Happy with sub 10 menus in both races.
Oh yeah, very good. I don't think that's something I can accomplish.
I thought it might be a bit higher because I was so desperate for like Thunderbolt. I kept checking my TMs.
Yeah. You know, the TMs weren't as nice, but you did get that Spark TM though, finally.
Yes, for the final fight. I don't know if I did any fights after getting that. I might have done like.
Oh yeah, now we can see your stats. Okay, there's your Crobat. Okay.
That was pretty good Crobat. Well.
Yeah. But you made the victory bell work, for the most part.
Yeah, it was fine. Just, I think it was the right play to switch to the Magneton.
Yeah, I guess the only thing you could have done was like you could have maybe forced the roamers a bit more, but
yeah, what were they? I didn't think they were very good.
It sounded like Primate and Octillery with the roamers.
Yeah. I think one was Primate. I was like, I don't really want to run Primate. Yeah.
I guess Octillery could have worked, but you know, knowing this seed, it probably would also have been Waterwalled. So you know, I don't know.
Yes.
So,
although being Waterwalled with Stab Surf is much better than non-Stab Surf, I guess. Yeah. Alright, well...
Well, you do advance 2-0.
Yep. I'm through. Hooray.
Yeah.
Find out who my opponent is soon, I guess.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the...
now.
Yeah, there's... we'll have to take a look at that. It's hard for me to even go through the back and forth with the stuff. I don't even know... I think generally... I know I'm still waiting to see what my opponent will be, but... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, pretty exciting.
Yep.
Yeah, so Snorms advances. Pokemon Fan unfortunately bows out at this stage. So at least Snorms and Rash going through to the next round for this group.
Yeah, so that'll be...
Also, it looks like Raph is saying that the original Smithy will be Snorms' next opponent. Thanks for letting us know.
Neat. Alright, I'm going to head out. Thanks for coming, guys. I've got to go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, excellent time, GG, and
yeah,
we'll see you in the future for more races.
See
ya. So yeah, it sounds like a good time for us to start wrapping up as well. We have one race that is coming up in about half an hour on SpeedGaming. It's going to be Glacial versus Strife Sada. So Dimnix and Vandio will be handling that one. So that'll be pretty exciting. And then so that's coming up in half an hour. And then we have some tiebreakers as well. So we have one tiebreaker for Group I think it is, or so it'll be between Raylan, Nate, and Mr. Holmes on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So keep an eye out for the Crystal category, at least since there's not going to be a restream. And then Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. will be Ethan versus Knutson to finish off that group. Garf is also going to be handling that one. That's going to be on that'll be on the SpeedGaming channel. And then we will have the other two tiebreaking groups. One on Tuesday afternoon at let me check the messages that I had. So one will be Tuesday afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and then we'll have Wednesday as the Group O. So Group B will be on 6 p.m. on Tuesday, and then we will have Group O tiebreaker on Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Yeah. Well. So yeah. If you want to check out any of those races, then be sure to check that out. Keep an eye on the schedule to see, because we'll be moving into the bracket stage before too long, and then there'll be lots more matches to see. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Like we say, we got Glacial vs Strive Shadow in half an hour on SpeedGaming, so check that out if you want to see more Full Item Rando. And yeah, other than that, that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, definitely make sure to follow both our runners and, of course, my co-commentator and tracker, Garfield the Lightning, who's been doing an amazing job. But thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.